You read that right. Do not file all your old tax returns without watching this video first, of course. You see, many people and a few tax professionals don't know that the IRS doesn't always require you to file all of your missing or unfiled returns. In this video, we'll discuss when you should file all your returns and when the IRS may give you a pass. We'll also tell you when you should talk to a professional like us so you don't get yourself on the hook with the IRS for some unnecessary tax debt. Let's get to it. Welcome to Tax Chit Chat, the place where we talk all things tax all the time. If you've fallen behind on filing your tax returns, you might be thinking that you need to file all of your missing returns. If you don't, the big bad IRS will take your firstborn, drain your bank accounts, seize your car and your house, and throw you in their dungeon and throw away the key. So to avoid all this, you need to file all your missing returns, right? Nope. Now let me explain. When you should file all your returns. If you've fallen behind a year or two on tax returns, then yes, you'll want to file those, especially during the time that this video is being made, early 2021. Why? Well, if you're eligible for any COVID-related relief like an economic impact payment or EIP, your stimulus check, then you'll need to file a 2018 through possibly 2020 tax return. But I'm not really talking about those who have 2 or 3 years of unfiled returns. Oh no. I'm talking about those who have like 5, 10, 15 years of unfiled returns. Those are the people who should not file all their old tax returns without consulting with a professional. When the IRS may give you a pass. You see, many people forget that the IRS is a collection agency. In fact, they are the most powerful collection agency in the US. They can do things to you that no other debt collector can. Hey, they're the US government, right? This means that their job is to collect debts, specifically tax debts. And with all debt collectors, sometimes getting some of the debt is better than attempting to try and get 100% of the debt. So to this end, sometimes, depending on the facts and circumstances, the IRS will not ask you to file all of your old tax returns. In Internal Revenue Manual or IRM section 1.2.14.1, Policy Statements for Collecting Process Activities, there is one important policy statement for tax professionals who represent non-filers such as myself, and we pay attention to this. At 1.2.14.1.18, it sets a 6-year period for securing delinquent tax returns in most cases. Now, enforcement for longer or shorter periods may be used when consideration has been given to a host of other facts and circumstances that the IRS lays out. But generally speaking, this means that they will only be looking for a person to file 6 years of unfiled tax returns. When filing all returns can hurt you. Now, as a CPA, I not only help people file taxes, I also represent before the IRS when they have unfiled taxes or tax debt. Sometimes we don't start working with a client until after they've already filed their own old tax returns. And sometimes we get to see the aftermath of a DIY job going horribly wrong. Case in point, one time we heard of a taxpayer who hadn't filed in like 15 years who filed all their tax returns. The resulting tax debt was in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, okay? But it didn't have to be. Had they only filed what the IRS would have asked them for, their balance would have been only about a third of what it wound up being. And the bad thing is that this could have been avoided had they worked with a professional like us. One client who we helped had not filed over 14 years of tax returns at the time that we started working with them. We got 6 years of returns filed, got them on a payment plan, and now they have been compliant and filing their taxes for the past several years. All that stress and worry about their situation, gone. So remember, it's never too late to get back in the game if you fell off the horse or off the wagon. The key is to have a skilled professional in your corner who can help you do it with grace and ease, like me. When you should talk to a professional. Given that every person's situation is different, we recommend talking to a professional before you file any old or missing tax returns if any of the following situations apply. You have more than 3 years of unfiled returns. There is income from illegal sources involved. No, seriously. Or the failure to file may be seen as willful and possibly criminal in nature, meaning that the IRS may think that you were purposely trying to avoid paying taxes, which is why you didn't file. That last point is the one that is hard for most people to gauge. You never really can tell when the IRS will think that you were purposely trying to commit tax evasion, which is why sometimes it's just best to talk to a professional in all instances to make sure you're covered before you start down this road. So to that end, feel free to reach out to us via the information in the description of this video if you have unfiled tax returns that need to get caught up on. Now, if you have a question that you would like us to answer in a future episode, then feel free to shoot us an email via the address in the description below. And did you find value in this video? Then please consider giving it a thumbs up or subscribing to the channel. Just make sure you click that little bell icon when you do. That way you'll get a notification whenever we upload a future video. So, like I say at the end of every video, until we meet again, keep earning, keep learning, and just like that, this chat is adjourned.